greater the number of electrons in a molecule, greater will be.
Can you say it again what you are saying from the beginning? I didn't note it down.
Okay, I'm saying. Let everyone join.
Yeah, okay.
So I wrote it here. Greater the number of electrons in a molecule, greater the intermolecular forces of attraction. So if you see fluorine, you have two fluorine atoms, and each fluorine atom has 9 electrons. So two fluorine atoms has 18 electrons. Chlorine 34 electrons. Bromine, bromine. What is the atomic number? 35. Maybe 70 is the number of electrons, and iodine is 53 into 2, which is 106. So these are the number of electrons. So see, as the number of electrons are increasing, the intermolecular forces of attraction will increase, and thereby they will have more boiling and melting point. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we noted it down.
Okay, very good job. So you can ask any question you want. So what we need to understand here is what does this intermolecular forces of attraction in fluorine molecule means. One Cl2 molecule is joining with another Cl2 molecule by weak intermolecular forces of attraction. And when you hit it to reach the boiling point, you are breaking the intermolecular forces of attraction between chlorine and fluorine, one chlorine molecule and another chlorine molecule. But the strong covalent bonds which are inside this chlorine molecule will never be broken down. So that concept is very, very important. Boiling and melting can never break the covalent bonds in a simple covalent bond. ঠিক আছে?
Sir, got it. I said got it.
Okay, very good. Mahdi, do you understand? Mahdi?
Yes, sir.
I'm getting less response from you today. Mahdi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to give your response. Okay. Now see, later on we will discuss these things in organic chemistry. But just to tell you, CH4 is methane. You see 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. Here we have 2 carbon and 6 hydrogen. Here we have 3 carbon and 8 hydrogen. All these are simple covalent molecules. But if you look at their boiling and melting point, CH4 has lower melting point than C2H6, has lower melting point than C3H8, and that's how it goes. And in another way, as I say, greater the number of electrons, greater will be the boiling point. In another way, you can say that greater the mass, if you calculate their mass, carbon is 12 and 4 hydrogen, so 12 plus 4 is 16, and here it has greater mass. So if you look at this, 18, 30, 17, 34. So depending on the MR, mass of a molecule, the boiling point will change as well. That you can keep in mind. So intermolecular forces of attraction must become stronger as relative molecular mass increases. So that is another point. what you can remember. So both, greater the number of electrons, greater will be the melting and boiling point, and greater the relative molecular mass, means greater the mass of a molecule, greater will be the intermolecular forces of attraction as well. So this is second point. Third point is the simple covalent substances, they do not conduct electricity. They are not conductors because they don't have, they neither have, আমরা বলছি যে two things can, মানে if one of the two things present, then they can conduct electricity. One is free electrons, last class এটা আমরা বলছি. One is free electrons. If present, then they will conduct electricity. That entity will conduct electricity, or free ions. Okay, so simple covalent, they neither possess free electrons nor free ions, so they will not conduct electricity. And the last thing is their solubility. Covalent molecular substances or simple covalent, they tend to be insoluble in water. They tend to be insoluble in water. They are oily in nature, mostly, and covalent molecular substances often soluble in organic solvents. Organic solvents means, say, alcohols, octane, petrol, diesel, any oil types, oily things. In those things, these covalent substances, they become soluble, and in water they tend to be insoluble, means most of them are insoluble in water. So that is what are the properties of your simple covalent substances. You understand? If we summarize the properties, number one, simple covalents. Number one, they have weak intermolecular force of attraction in between the molecules. Number two, they have low melting point and boiling point, right? Number three, they do not conduct electricity. Number four, they are insoluble in water, but soluble in organic solvents. Organic solvent means, as I say, petrol, diesel, and any oil type substances, including alcohol. These are organic solvents. So these are the four properties what we have discussed. Here, write it down or take a snapshot. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us go back what we were discussing, the fullerenes. This fullerenes, what we are discussing. C60 again. Just
sir, can you show that writing again, because I forgot to click the snapshot.
okay. Take the snapshot again.
Yeah, you may continue now.
Okay, fine. So the thing what we are discussing initially, C60, just like ammonia, water, or any other simple covalent substances, this C60 molecule is also simple covalent. So they possess all the properties what we have said for intermolecular, simple covalent substances. So C60 fullerenes, they should have low melting and boiling point, unlike diamond and graphite, And C6 fluorine is not as hard. They should not be hard since they are simple covalent. And C6 fluorine, they do not conduct electricity, right? So all these properties matches with the simple covalent substances. So they are not, even though they are allotropes of carbon, again, since they have the same element, by the same element carbon they have made, but they are, even though they are allotropes of carbon, their properties are very much different than carbon, as your fluorine, these fluorine molecules, they are simple covalent, whereas diamond and graphite are giant covalent. Any question?
No.
Okay,
No, sir.
thank you. দেখো আমরা এইটা একটু নাম্বার 6 এই কোশ্চেনটা একটু দেখো, explain the following in terms of structure and bonding. These questions they will ask. Diamond is harder than graphite. Why? We have discussed last day. Those who missed the class, we have the recording. We will give you. Ryan, don't worry. We have all the recordings for the previous classes. So 6 to 8.
Okay, sir.
But most importantly, for today's class, why C60 fluorine has a lower melting point than graphite? This question we want to answer. Why C60 fluorine has lower melting point than graphite? They will give you in the past question paper, you will find they are giving 3 marks for that. So how will answer? What should be the design? As I say, for diamond and graphite, similar answers you need to give for this as well. See, why C60 fluorines have lower melting, lower MP, what happened? MP and BP than diamond and graphite. Diamond and graphite, same thing. So what will be the answer? Very, very important. For 3 marks, 3 marking point you must make. 3 marking points. Mark 1. C60 is a simple covalent, whereas diamond is a giant covalent. This is the first marking point. ঠিক আছে? Number 2, only weak intermolecular force of attraction between C60 molecules will be broken down in fluorines to melt or boil. So to melt or boil C60, you need to break the intermolecular forces of attraction only, which are very weak. Whereas, আমি একটু বড় করে লিখে দিই যাতে বুঝতে পারো, whereas in diamond we need to break many strong covalent bonds. Many strong covalent bonds. So we need less energy for C60 than diamond. Means very low energy is required to break the intermolecular forces of attraction present in C60 molecules, but very, very high energy is required in order to break all the strong covalent bonds present in diamond lattice. Do you understand?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
So here, see, this ones, let me take the color. This C60 is a simple covalent, whereas diamond is giant covalent. This is your marking point 1. Only weak intermolecular forces of attraction present in between C60 molecule. Marking point 2. This point is extra arrow. Whereas in diamond, we need to break many strong covalent bonds. This point is extra arrow. So mark point 2 is weak intermolecular forces of attraction is present in fluorine. So we need less energy to break the intermolecular forces of attraction. This is your marking point 3. So these are 3 marking points, and you must write these 3 marking points in order to get full 3 marks. Understood? আচ্ছা আমাদের শেষ ক্লাস so we have completed our simple covalent. So giant covalent done, simple covalent done, remaining. So you see, according to our lesson plan, giant covalent is done. Number 2, giant covalent done, simple covalent done. We will start giant ionic and giant metallic. In the next class, we will finish both because giant metallic is small. So giant ionic and giant metallic we can complete within next class. So that is it. Any question? Otherwise, you can leave. Ryan, stay. Ryan.
No questions.
Okay. Take the snapshot and you can leave.
Yeah, I took it.
Okay. Ryan,
Sure.
I need to have a small chat with you. Okay.
Oh, okay, so
Idrak, any question? Okay. Fine. Ryan, tell me your reality.
sir.
Where are you? Means where are you in the school? Which chapter?
Sorry, sir. In school, my school didn't started yet.
Or school?
In BIT.
Okay. Did you study chemistry before? Anywhere?
No, about it, I didn't study about it. But at home, I used to study from the chapter 1 about the changing state between liquid and gas, principles of chemistry, states of matter, this.
Okay. In class 7, what you have studied? Tell me.
I've studied about ionic bond, then covalent bond, then limestone, about limestone.
Okay,
Then we got
okay,
atomic structure.
I understand. Tell me, this was our content so far. What we have covered. ঠিক আছে? I have a small YouTube channel just based on your class lectures. ওইখানে হচ্ছে whatever class we have taken, whatever lectures we have given so far, ওই ইয়েগুলো আছে আর কি, ভিডিওগুলো সবগুলো ওইখানে দেয়া আছে. So you can go back and you can check.
What is the name? What is the name of your YouTube channel?
I'm giving you in website.
Okay.
No problem. Just see, one thing is basically how I see chemistry and how I approach. I'm just giving you an overview within 5 minutes, and we'll complete an overview of how we should think when we study chemistry. So first of all, what we need to understand is chemistry is a language. Chemistry is not science. Okay. For the initial period, chemistry will be a language. Why? Because in chemistry, you have different alphabets. Say for example, sodium is Na. In the periodic table, if you look at,
like iron, Fe.
Right. So these are all different alphabets in the periodic table. And for your information, these alphabets, list of alphabets, will be given in your exam form, O-levels exam, and in A-levels exam. Do you understand? So this is an advantage. আমরা যখন ছোট ছিলাম, চাইল্ডহুডে আমাদের ABCD এগুলো মেমোরাইজ করা লাগছে মেইন, বাট এই কেমিস্ট্রিতে আমাদের এই alphabetal list will be given there in the exam hall, so we don't need to memorize the alphabets. So this is one advantage. Number 2, এটা একটু দেখো,
Oh, okay.
এই যে অ্যালফাবেট গুলা এগুলা দিয়ে আমরা কি করছি আলটিমেটলি আমরা কিন্তু কিছু ওয়ার্ড মেক করছি বোঝা যায় তুমি কি এটা জানো এটা কি জিনিস
NaC, sodium chloride.
সোডিয়াম ক্লোরাইড ভেরি গুড এটা ওয়াটার দেখো এগুলো হচ্ছে আমাদের 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 ইংলিশে যেমন কিছু ওয়ার্ড থাকে যেগুলো আমরা স্পেলিং রুল জানা লাগে বাট ওই ইংলিশ ওয়ার্ডে তো সে আইসক্রিম কেন আইসক্রিম I don't know and you don't know but sodium chloride কেন NaCl we have specific rule for that we cannot write Na2Cl or NaCl2 because they are following a pattern a rule fine and water is H2O why water is H2O it is following a pattern and more if you know the rule for sodium chloride you can write many many vocabs like say for example the term you have never heard of maybe say sodium cesium acetate maybe you never heard of that
No, I haven't heard of.
still you can write see এগুলা মানে just I'm repeating the same lectures I have given to your class you will find these things in my video but still I'm saying say group 1 they are all +1 charge do you know that group 1 are all +1 charge
Oh.
maybe not
Hmm.
maybe not but group 7 are all -1 charge so where this is sodium and this
These
is
are non-metals, the group 3 to 7, right? And 1 and 2 are only the metals. And
Right.
the transition elements are the metals and non-metals. Like they're both. There might be both of them, I
Okay,
guess.
fine. You have good understanding. But to differentiate metals and non-metals, you see the red line,
Yeah.
this zigzag red line. Everything in the left-hand side of this zigzag line are metals except for hydrogen. And everything with hydrogen, all these elements present, these are all non-metals.
Okay.
So this zigzag line is not difficult. From group 3, from boron, you just draw a snake, a zigzag line. You can easily differentiate between metals and non-metals. So
Yes.
these are basically very these are the advantages. These are the advantages. What I was trying to say is sodium chloride. Why sodium chloride is NaCl? Because sodium is in group 1 and the charge of group 1 is +1. And chlorine is in group 7. The charge of group 1 is group 7 is
-1.
Okay? So the +1 and -1 made it 0. That's why it is NaCl. So similarly, if I ask you, cesium acetate, which is again from group 1 and group 7, you can write cesium acetate. Cesium is +1, and astatine is it from group because of it is in from group 7, it will be -1 again. And the formula you know, it is AT written in the periodic table and will be given in the exam hall. So AT is -1. So it is again CS.
They all get cut out and it is CSAT.
AT.
Like that.
So see, and a very unknown compound to you, but you still know the name. So these patterns we have explained for many days, maybe for last 1 month, we have explained. And the students already, they know these stuffs. So you go through my lectures and you will understand what I have said there. And you see, after we know the vocabs, after alphabets, then vocabs or words, and you know how you make grammatical sentences in English. Say, I am eating. So you know how to write I, you know how to write am, and you know how to write eating. So when you are putting these 3 words together in a particular specific grammatical form, you can make a sentence. Similarly, we can make here a chemical sentence like this. Chemical sentence, how they work. It's something like this. Say, for example, you know how to write sodium hydroxide, say, and you know how to write hydrochloric acid, say. These we will learn the specific grammar, spelling rule for sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid before we write the sentence. Okay. And you don't need to memorize these stuffs. Nothing. In O levels, you will memorize only 5 sentences, not more than that. Everything you will understand and you can remember. I'm saying, I'm guaranteeing you. So sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid, you know the spelling rule, and you know, if you know sodium hydroxide is an acid, sodium hydroxide is a base and hydrochloric acid is an acid. So an acid and base, when reacts together, it forms salt and water. This is a grammatical rule. It's a specific grammatical rule. If you know, then you can write this sentence. You understand? So that is what we are saying.
Yeah.
This is a chemical sentence, just like English sentence. যখন তুমি কিড ছিলা, যখন তুমি বেবি ছিলা, বা আমি যখন বেবি ছিলাম, তখন কিন্তু আমি ABCD আমার জন্য কষ্ট হতো। একটা COW is cow, that was difficult for me. But একটা সময় এখন তুমি কি পারো? এখন তুমি হচ্ছে 1000 ওয়ার্ডের সেন্টেন্স এসে লিখে ফেলো না?
জি।
হ্যাঁ, এটা কেন পারো? Because you are very confident regarding all the spelling rule and all the spelling rule for the vocabs and words. You have a very large reservoir of vocabs and words. You know the alphabets well. You know the many grammatical rules. Class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6, class 7. আস্তে আস্তে তোমাকে অনেক গ্রামাটিক্যাল রুলস আমরা শিখাইছি। এখন তুমি হচ্ছে বিশাল বিশাল প্যারাগ্রাফ এন্ড এসে লিখতে পারো। সিমিলারলি তুমি অনেক কমপ্লিকেটেড কেমিক্যাল সেন্টেন্সেস তুমি লিখতে পারবা, বিকজ আমরা তোমাকে স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ এই জায়গাগুলোতে বিল্ড করব। এবং তুমি এখন যেমন তুমি তুমি কি মেমোরাইজ করো তুমি যখন লেখো, এসে লিখো?
না, মেমোরাইজ না, আমি আমার
করো না, রাইট?
হিসাবে লিখি।
Similarly, what you need to understand, we will not memorize these chemical sentences in chemistry. Rather, we will understand the grammatical rules, we will understand the spelling rules, and we will write accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah. So be confident.
Yes, sir.
Be confident. We will not memorize anything. We will understand, and I will give you time. And moreover, since you have joined late, I'm saying giving you one advantage, which is I have class up to 4, and from 4:15 to 4:45, just in that 30 minutes, if you take a slot, মানে if you book a slot with me, তুমি যদি আমাকে আগে বলে দাও যে স্যার আমি নেক্সট সে টিউসডে বা থার্সডেতে আমি স্যার এই 30 মিনিট স্লট বুক দিতে চাই, so you can book that slot and we can discuss, we two can discuss one to one. I can give you this extra time.
Okay, sir.
If you need, if you don't need, then chill. ঠিক আছে?
Okay, sir.
আচ্ছা, আর আমি তোমাকে ইউটিউব লিংকটা দিয়ে দিব, ওইখানে দেখবা Edexcel Cambridge O levels একটা আছে, সেকশন আছে,
প্লেলিস্ট।
হ্যাঁ
প্লেলিস্ট মানে আলাদা আলাদা প্লেলিস্ট।
হ্যাঁ, মানে প্লেলিস্টে দেখবা একটা সেকশন আছে Edexcel Cambridge O level, এটাতে লেকচার 1, লেকচার 2 পার্ট 1, লেকচার 2 পার্ট 2 এভাবে আছে, ক্লাস লেকচারগুলো ভিডিও করা আছে। তো তুমি জাস্ট প্রথম দিকের এগুলো দেখতে থাকো, সিন্স ইউ নো সার্টেন থিংস রিগার্ডিং কোভ্যালেন্ট এন্ড আয়নিক বন্ডিং, এন্ড আই থিংক জাস্ট ইফ ইউ লুক সাম ভিডিওস ইউ উইল বি উইথ আস। হ্যাঁ, ইউ উইল বি উইথ আস। সো ফার সবগুলো ভিডিও করা আছে এখানে। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আজকে এই পর্যন্ত থাকবে। আমি তোমাকে ইউটিউব লিংক পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি, আর গুগল ক্লাসরুমের জন্য একটা ইমেল আইডি তুমি আমাকে তোমার এই নাম্বারে দিয়ে দিবা। তুমি লাস্টে আমাকে যে নাম্বারটা দিলা এটাই তো তোমার নাম্বার, তাই না?
না, আমার না, এটা আমার আব্বুর, আমার মোবাইল নেই আলাদা।
তোমার মোবাইল নেই, আচ্ছা। তাহলে এটাতে তুমি ইউ গিভ দ্য ইমেল আইডি টু মি, আই উইল লিংক ইউ উইথ দ্য গুগল ক্লাসরুম, নাম্বার 1। নাম্বার 2, আই উইল সেন্ড ইউ দ্য ইউটিউব লিংক, ওইটাতে তুমি দেখবা। আর তো তোমার কাছে you have the I got it, you have the Zoom link gone, and the last thing is what? Last thing is I'll join this number with the WhatsApp group you are saying?
Yeah, this number 0131.
0131. Okay, fine. ঠিক আছে. So thank you for today. See you in the next class. And your classes are on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 p.m.
Yeah, I have the routine for that.
Okay, thank you. ঠিক আছে.
Alright, sir. Bye. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you.